Today I wanted to talk about the dressmaker and the price of becoming yourself. So I'm curious, have you ever noticed that some communities seem more comfortable with a woman when she's struggling than when she's thriving? That's the one central theme in The Dressmaker. On the surface, it's a story about a glamorous woman returning to a small Australian town after decades away. But underneath the beautiful costumes and dark humor is a much deeper story about conformity, shame, and what happens when someone refuses to remain the person society decided they should be. When we first meet Tilly Dunnage, she's not the scared little girl who left town years ago, and she didn't leave town, she was forced to leave. She's now returned as an adult. She's sophisticated, talented, independent, successful, and that's exactly the problem. Because the town of Dungatar doesn't want Tilly to succeed. It wants her to remain the villain of a story that was written long ago. Many of us think communities are built on shared values, but often they're built on shared narratives. Who's respectable? Who's successful? Who's trustworthy? And who's the outsider? Every social system needs people who reinforce the rules. And sometimes it also needs people who carry the blame. Tilly was chosen for that role long before she had any say in the matter. What's fascinating about the film is that almost everyone in town is trapped. The women are trapped by expectations, the men are trapped by status, families are trapped by secrets. The entire community survives by maintaining a version of reality that everyone agrees not to question. And then Tilly comes back, not broken, not apologetic, not seeking permission. She comes back transformed, and suddenly the town has a problem. Because if Tilly isn't who they said she was, then maybe the town has been lying to itself all along. You can see this on a wider scale within society, individuals compared to the whole. This is something we see in real life too. People often assume that unconventional women are rejected because they are selfish, difficult, or threatening. But sometimes they're rejected because their existence raises uncomfortable questions. What if marriage isn't enough? What if motherhood isn't every woman's purpose? What if fitting in isn't the same thing as belonging? What if the person everyone blamed was never actually the problem? The dressmaker isn't really about fashion, it's about power. The power to define yourself, the power to reject a role that was assigned to you, and the power to tell the truth about a system that benefits from silence. One of the most heartbreaking parts of the film is that Tilly spends much of her life trying to understand what happened to her. She wants answers, she wants justice. She wants to know whether the story she's been told about herself is actually true. How many people spend years doing the same thing, trying to separate who they are from who they've been told to be, who they've been told they are, excuse me. The older we get, the more we realize that identity isn't just personal, it's social, it's shaped by family, it's shaped by culture, by expectations, and by stories. And sometimes healing begins when we stop asking who society wants us to be and starts asking who we are without its approval. By the end of the film, Tilly understands something important. Some systems cannot be fixed. Some communities cannot love you for who you've become. Some people need you to stay small because your growth threatens the story they've built around their lives. And that's a difficult truth. It's also a freeing one, because once you stop seeking validation from people committed to misunderstanding you, you gain something far more valuable: freedom. The dressmaker asks a question that many people eventually face. What happens when your authentic self and society's expectations move in different directions. And maybe the answer to this is not everyone will come with you. Not everyone will understand. But becoming yourself was never supposed to be comfortable. It was supposed to be honest.